So it's, instead of just, so it's kind of like a little addition, an addition to the, if you were to this without this, what do you think about that? How would this look to you? Doesn't this sound great? And what's cool is over time, just by doing that, you'll develop an influence. And when you become more of an influencer, you can be more direct, because when you're an influencer, people are going to start looking at you as the expert, and they're going to come to you. So you can just say, hey, this is what I would do, or this is what I think you should do. This is, if you think about it this way, I think this would help you. So you can do that over time, but at the beginning, get them to think, get them to ask questions, get them kind of be on the same playing field as you. So that's a great way. And like I said, when you do that enough, they're going to start looking at you as the influencer, which is great. So just by asking, have you thought about it this way? That's really what we want to do, is we want to get people to think about stuff that they normally wouldn't. And the biggest thing is that you don't really have to have a strong influence yet to be an influencer. Really, the main goal is to have an influence. You're not going to have an influence over everyone, but usually, you hear the avatar, usually only if you're network marketing, you hear avatar or your target market, they're usually very much like you. So you know what you want, and you know what you like, and you know your struggles, you know your pains, and you know the transformation you want. So the main thing is, now that I taught you a little bit about just simple phrases to use, the most important thing, consistency. I've seen people over and over again, either that switch different companies or that have been in the same company. I know I asked that question yesterday, but most of the time it's just about showing up. Even if you switch companies, there's a reason, but your followers will follow you and won't look at you all weird if you develop influence, and you do that by being consistent. You're not backing out. You can't, you can have an off day every now and then. I mean, life happens, but you really don't want to take long days off. You really can't work the business sometimes. You have to work it all the time, but people are human too, but you just don't want to take long breaks. Another thing to develop influence is to brand yourself. We hear all about branding, but you're not branding the product or the company, you're branding yourself. How do you do that? 2 or 3 things that you like. I mean, stick to that and talk about it consistently, whether it's in a group, a page, to your friends, on your profile. Think about, maybe it's, family, maybe it's just a passion. I mean, we don't like everything, and if you're all over the place, it's going to send mixed messages. But think about the 2 things that are your core values. It's good to like a lot of things, but your core values are things that you do no matter what. That no one can take that away from you, whether it's some sort of religious activity, whether it's activities with your family, health related. It's just part of your daily method of operations, and you talk about it, you share that, because when you're proud of it, you're going to actually help people that might, be looking at the same thing, be proud of it too. Oh, hey, Ryan, let me see what you have. People say 1 out of 9 startup fails. Well, when 80% of it's showing up and doing the work, yep, and then, let me see if I get it. Oh, and then 70% don't say no. Yeah, I mean, the most of, yeah, I definitely agree, Ryan, and thanks for sharing that. Most of it is just showing up every single day, being true to who you are, and like I said, it's letting people know and be proud, stand with posture, have confidence in what you believe in. That will be your brand. Maybe you've had a brand, but you haven't really shared it. We all have a brand, but we don't always share it. So the biggest thing besides consistency is to have your brand, show it, let people know that you're confident, and you're going to attract those people, and that's exactly the people you want to attract. And then the third thing, and probably the most important thing, is provide value. You want to let people know, that you're not just selling a product or a business. You want to help inspire people. Think about how you can inspire people. It could be a motivational quote. Hey, Alita, nice to see you. It could be, something that you educate and inspire. And I know, Alita, with your makeup tutorials, I mean, that's inspirational. It's showing that, whether it's, you're attracting people that want to feel beautiful on a budget. So whatever it is that you do, I mean, it could be talking about how to clean your house, or how to get on a schedule in cleaning and keeping things organized without taking a lot of time. It's little daily things, but know that you can educate, you can inspire, you can motivate. Those are all ways that you're going to create value to people, and that's going to help, you're going to help your audience. So when they see that you have that they have problems and that you're helping to solve some of their solutions, once again, they're going to look to you as an influencer. And I think another thing just to share is, you hear about invest, learn, teach. We've all, we have to invest in personal development. We invest in things because we want to make changes. So share that. If we want people to invest in us, if we want people to believe what we have to offer is going to help them, we have to do the same. And when we share that, hey, David, nice to see you on here. When we show people what we've invested in and that we did it because we were hoping for a return in our investment, we have to let people know, what we've used, the results that we've had, and you want to be honest and genuine in that. People are going to see that, and they're going to be looking at you as brave. We can't just talk about the good things to all the good things. There's little drawbacks, but obviously whatever we're offering, we're doing it because we have that passion and we see the value way outweighs the cost, and it should. And we just want to convey that. When we convey that to people, get them to see things a different way, that is what an influencer does. So, hey, Ryan, so how to date and maintain a healthy relationship. Blogs are great. Yeah, there's so much information out there, and you just taking the time to read that can make you an influencer, because by you just sharing like the main points of something that you've read or listened to, that's going to make you seen as an influencer because you're saving people the time. And just by you reading a blog, watching a video, that took a lot of time, and not everyone's done that, and you're already a few steps ahead of the person that's maybe interested in that. So yes, polls, you got everything right, Ryan. So I definitely agree with that. But yeah, definitely when you know something that someone else doesn't have, I'm going to share. I'll share this week something I've been learning in Soul Sunday, because I'm taking, it's a great little fun thing. It's an hour, but I'm getting so much value and it's so much inspiration, and I'm learning that, and I feel like I know more than I did before I started the little, I don't know if it's a course, but kind of like the little get-together, the little educational get-together, and the leader there is providing so much value that now I have that I can share because I invested, not even the cost, I invested my time. We invest our time and our heart, and when we share that to others, and we share that and we're proud of it, and we can see how it can offer much value, whether it's in family or in business, when people see that, they're going to look to you as a leader, and you have to do that consistently. So yes, thanks, Ryan. I appreciate that. And definitely, then the more people we're around, hence we're in network marketing, we like to network. The more we learn, the more we gain, and it's about learning and it's about applying it. And I think the biggest way we apply it is by taking action and also sharing what we're doing to others and letting them know, try this, maybe don't try this. So step by step, we develop influence over time. So we're not going to be an influencer on day one.